Hello and welcome to our episode today. My name is Victor and today we'd like to take you through an analysis of house segmentation in Kakamega on demand aspect. And today I will be actually referring to one of the articles we did in 2021. This is our 2021 magazine edition. And actually for quite some time we have been doing researches on different matters relating to houses and properties. And today I want to take you through an article that we wrote about the analysis, demand analysis of houses in Kakamega. And this analysis should be helpful to you as an investor. Mostly this targets investors or maybe someone who is looking or searching for a house. You will easily know what to budget for or what kind of house to look for. And the analysis helps the investor to know where to focus more on investment and stay assured of your returns in the real estate industry, especially in Kakamega, in its environments. Now, when we did our analysis, we came up with some statistics, and we realized that Kakamega has the highest demand on bed-sitters. Bed-sitters is always ranking for the past 3 years on our graphs for demand for houses. This tells you that as an investor, if you are planning to invest in Kakamega, the best place, actually the best units to go for is bed-sitters, because you'll always have them full, you'll always have the demand for them, you'll not struggle a lot to look for clients, as long as you do a modern finishing and a good space. Don't do tiny things, tiny units. You will stay in them yourself. Just actually construct something that will make yourself comfortable. That's when the other person will also feel comfortable in that house. And then the second demand after bed sitters is the one bedrooms. One bedrooms also have a very high demand in Kakamega town. And someone may ask, why is the bed-sitters and one bedrooms demand so high in Kakamega? Actually, you'll realize that if I take you through the segment, the first one, the highest demand is bed-sitters, followed by one bedroom. Then the third highest demand is actually 3 bedrooms at the moment on compound, not apartments. Now, people with big families have now changed their priorities. And if you have an apartment for 3 bedroom, you are likely to struggle a little bit to fill them. But the demand is also still high. However, we can assure you that the demand for 3 bedrooms is also high. Now, coming forth is of course the 2 bedrooms. Now, someone will ask you, why is the 2 bedroom demand not very high? It is because in Kakamega, every investor who came to do any apartment, who decided to venture into property construction, they all, or 80%, went into 2 bedrooms. So 2 bedrooms are all over in Kakamega. You walk anywhere, 100 meters or 200 meters, you have an apartment, 2 bedrooms. You go to the other side, any other direction, 2 bedrooms. So 2 bedrooms are all over. So every investor, every real estate property person went into 2 bedrooms whenever they thought of constructing any house in Kakamega. That left a big gap for the young people who are actually finishing universities, who are starting jobs now, and young couples. Young couples might not want a 3 bedroom or 2 bedroom, so 1 bedroom is always good for them. Sometimes someone who is still a bachelor or a single person goes for a studio or a bed sitter. He has actually graduated from single rooms if they were in university and they have graduated. So they shift from single rooms and now they are looking for bed sitters. That's why you'll find that the demand for bed sitters is quite high, followed closely by, of course, 1 bedrooms. And now bigger families are also struggling to get a decent house. Bigger families are now families that have now grown, and now 2 bedroom is no longer enough for them. So they're looking for something bigger. Sometimes these kind of families now come with a little bit more personalized priorities, like on compounds. They want privacy, they want security. So you find that now the demand for houses with on compound, the good security, good access is also on high demand. Now that's why you will find the 3-bedroom is coming third on the graph, on the demand graph after 1-bedrooms. Then now 2-bedrooms now come at fourth place, the demand within the market sector, within the housing sector. Up to number 5 is of course now the bungalows, the mansions, which are basically for a bungalow. Someone looking for a bungalow or a mansion will also go for on compound definitely, and that also tells you that the request for 3 bedrooms and mansions tend to be similar. Though of course mansions are few. Mansions are now high-end properties, high-end houses. They are quite expensive, but we have a demand for them. And on our segment, we can say that it is the least on request, but it happens. But it also tells you that the market doesn't have much of this kind of houses. The mansions, they come once in a while. In most cases, rarely do people construct a mansion for rent. Actually, sometimes it's somebody's home, then later he vacates or later he moves out, or he moves to a different town. So he puts the mansion on rent, on the market for rent. And therefore that's so you realize that even in a whole year you might have just 2 to 3 mansions on marketing or advertised to get a client. So this helps you to guide you, and this is the graph. I don't know if it's upside down or it can show you. The graph shows you bed sitters at the highest level, then followed by 1 bedrooms, then 3 bedroom, then 3 bedroom and 2 bedroom. Of course, the demand is a little bit close. And then after 3 bedroom, now you have the 2 bedroom, then you have the mansions at the end there. Then you have the bungalows, of course. So there's one that I forgot actually, is the studios. Studios come, the demand for studios come just after the 3 bedrooms, and then at the end is now where we have the mansions and the bungalows. So the studios, of course someone may ask what's a studio. Studio is just a bed sitter, but it's slightly more spacious, more modern, more bigger, more sophisticated kidogo. In Kiswahili they say ile bed sitter imeomoka. Yeah, that's how people usually define it. Otherwise, the studio and bed sitter, the difference is quite small. Just that you might find a bed sitter, anybody who does a room, just a simple room, and then he does something there, a toilet there, here and there, and he calls it a bed sitter. Because now the other one is a single room, which unfortunately for us Caribs, we don't do the single rooms that much. Single room is just now an empty unit, an empty square unit that you can put your bed, your small seat there, your Kakamega or the cooking stuff, and the gas, and you're done. That's a single room. For bed sitter now, it will have an added amenities like a shower, toilet inside there, and then the kitchen is slightly more better, well done within the unit. So you can do everything within that house. Sometimes even the space is a bit bigger than compared to the single room. Now the studio is where I was telling you is a little bit more advanced and bigger than the bed sitter, and also slightly more modern, well done, and it's classy actually. A studio is a more classy fashion of the bed sitter. Sometimes if you are lucky, you might have that a studio, the kitchenette or the kitchen is separate, has its own room. So the main center, the main room where you have the bed and the seats is separate. It has some little privacy. While for bed sitter has no privacy, only the loo is aside. Everything else is inside there. So you can see I'll repeat the demand. First of all is the bed sitters, followed by 1 bedrooms, then followed by 3 bedrooms, and then followed by 2 bedrooms, and then followed by studios, and then lastly followed by bungalows and mansions. That is how the demands segment for properties in Kakamega, mostly Western, but we are narrowing down to Kakamega. That's how it looks like. So if you are an investor, those are the parameters you look at. You don't just rush into constructing because you have some money. Then once you are done, your units 6 months later, there are no people, they have no client, they have no tenant. Then you start regretting and telling other people that don't waste your money to invest in Kakamega just because you didn't do enough market research. And that's why whenever we do our articles, we try as much as possible to give you detailed research according to how we have been running our work, according to the demands we get from the clients, according to how we serve our clients, according to what we see in the market and what is trending. And that's how we advise both our clients, our tenants, and our investors that this is the place to go. This is what to do. So this should be a very good guideline for anyone thinking to put up apartments in Kakamega. We do not, of course, say that you should not construct 2 bedrooms. 2 bedrooms are still there. The population is always growing. The houses that are there can never be enough for people. So you keep constructing. However, what we are telling you that there are also enough units of 2 bedrooms that are vacant in the market. So for you to come up with another 2 bedroom and expect to attract clients, expect to attract more tenants and full time, most of the time for your apartment to be fully occupied, then you must give something extra other than what another apartment that is vacant is offering. For example, space. People like space. Nowadays you will find people have a 7-seater house with a dining. So most of the 2-bedroom units you will find in the market cannot accommodate both the seats and the dining. So if you are coming up with an apartment, then you have to try your best to also offer those kind of added values. Of course, it goes without saying that for you to do any apartment to be attractive, you must have good security, parking. Most people forget about parking. We have had people who have constructed modern houses, modern apartments, very big, but they forget about parking. So if you do any house above 10,000, you are expecting above 10,000 for a 1 bedroom, and any apartment above 6,000 for a bed sitter, then you should definitely be expecting some of these tenants who have cars, who drive, or they are working maybe in some organizations that will be dropping them with their vehicles. So definitely without parking you'll have a big problem. Then of course we talk about water. Water is a necessity. Everyone who has any house that is self-contained will always want water actually, and therefore that's why we tell you that you definitely need to have constant water supply in your units for you to attract the tenants. And of course the accessibility. If you are talking about parking, then you don't forget to talk about accessibility. Someone who has a car. We have had people who have constructed modern houses, modern apartments, very big, but they forget about parking. So if you do any house above 10,000, you are expecting above 10,000 for a 1 bedroom, and any apartment above 6,000 for a bed sitter, then you should definitely be expecting some of these tenants who have cars, who drive, or they are working maybe in some organizations that will be dropping them with their vehicles. So definitely without parking you'll have a big problem. And whenever you're doing this, and with consideration of accessibility, consider bits. Don't come with your V8 and then you say my Prado passes so well on this road, what is the problem with another car? Some people have very low end cars. I don't mean low end in terms of the cost, but I mean the height from the ground or the tires. Some cars are small, or they have low. I don't know how to define it, but I think you get my point. For example, a good car is Mark X. You'll find that any small pothole will always disturb it. Some bits, they'll also have a problem. So when your access is well levelized and easy access by any car, it becomes so easy for clients to consider your apartment. And of course, security goes without saying. Sometimes consider putting some lights on the main gates. That's what clients are looking for. A client, once it comes late, there's already a light that already gives some sense of security whenever he's arriving at home. and of course inside, if you can do cabros, or you can do the ballast underneath, the better, so that the people are safe, people are comfortable, people feel they are at home. Then of course we talk about water. Water is a necessity. Everyone who has any house that is self-contained will always want water actually, and therefore that's why I will tell you that you definitely need to have constant water supply in your units for you to attract the tenants. That's basically the thing that we look at, and whenever we do some guidelines, it helps us, and it helps some clients who keep on asking us. Client comes and asks you, do you think I'll get clients if I do a 2-bedroom unit? Now the client is asking you one, he has already made up his decision. So whether you come and tell them that at this moment the best investment you can do is either bed-sitter or 1-bedroom or 3-bedroom, the client proceeds and does the 2 bedrooms because he had already made up his mind. He's only maybe coming to disturb you. I prefer to be asked questions. I prefer clients who approach us to ask us on the initial stage, not when you are in the middle. There is a saying that goes that the worst thing is to change the rules of the game in the middle of the game itself actually. So you plan earlier, not at the end. Otherwise, thank you for this. My name is